It's Monday, July 12th, 2010, and this is the Morning Swim Show Streamlined. A lot of competitions took place in the United States this weekend, where many of the best swimmers in the country inched up the world rankings in their final meets before the U.S. Pan-Pacific Trials. Also, Laszlo Cseh and Gyurta gave Hungary a big boost this weekend at their national championships. But let's start in the USA with the LA Grand Prix, where many swimmers finally began to show how fast they're prepared to swim next month. Dana Vollmer was the only swimmer to post a world-leading time, doing so in the 100 fly with a 57.39, just 0.4 off of her American record, which she set last summer at the World Championships. Katinka Hasu also almost put up a #1 time with a 4:34.68 in the 400 IM. She just missed the 4:34.59 that Li Juanzhu put up at the Chinese Nationals in April. Katie Hoff and Kate Ziegler, who were two of the big promises for the U.S. at the 2008 Olympics, but fell short of expectations, are showing a resurgence. Hoff won the 200 and 400 freestyles in Los Angeles and put up good times in the 100 free and 200 back. Ziegler took the 800 free at a fast 8:25 to make her the fastest American in the event and the 6th fastest in the world. Carolyn Joyce won the sprint freestyles over Natalie Coughlin and Jessica Hardy, and though her times weren't as fast as she swam in the Mare Nostrum meets, Rebecca Soni showed she had no equal in the breaststroke events, winning the 100 by almost 2 seconds and taking the 200 by about 4 seconds. The much-anticipated duel in the 1500 freestyle at the LA Grand Prix did not take place between world champion Us Maluli and world championship silver medalist Ryan Cochran. Maluli scratched the final after swimming a 15.11 in the prelims. That left Cochran swimming alone in the final, winning with a 15.08. Those two are scheduled to race, though, in the middle distance and distance events next month at the Pan-Pacific Championships. Aaron Peirsol hadn't shown fans much this season in terms of fast times until last weekend at the senior circuit meet in his home pool in Austin, Texas. Peirsol was the class of the meet, winning the 100 back in 54.35 and the 200 in 157.66. The 200 back makes him the 4th fastest in the event, behind 3 guys whose times were posted while shaved and tapered around the world. Peirsol also makes himself the fastest American in the 200 back, but he's only 5th fastest in the shorter distance behind Matt Grievers, Nick Thoman, Michael Phelps, and David Russell. Carly Bispo was the star of the senior circuit meet on the women's side, winning with the 50 free, 100 free, 400 free, and 200 IM. Ryan Lochte swam breaststroke for the first time in competition since knee surgery last fall. At the USA Swimming Sectionals in his home pool in Gainesville, Florida, Lochte put up a 4:16.91 in the 400 IM with a solid 1:15 breaststroke split, and won the 200 IM with a 1:59.35. Lochte is about a second behind Phelps in the 200 IM and a few tenths behind Tyler Clary in the 400, so it appears Lochte is on the road to recovery and is ready to race the IMs next month in Irvine. And speaking of Phelps, the Olympic living legend swam an in-season best time in the 100 fly at his home pool in Baltimore with a 52.04 and came close to beating his in-season best in the 200 fly with a 1:55.95. Over in Hungary, Laszlo Cseh and Gyurta showed Europe that they'll be the ones to beat in the individual medleys and breaststroke events at the European Championships next month. Cseh swam a 1:59.14 in the 200 IM, while Gyurta, the reigning world champion in the 200 breast, posted a 2:10.47 in his best event. Gyurta is now the fastest European in the 200 breast, while Cseh still has to deal with James Goddard, who has the world fastest time with a 1:57.76. If you want to know more about all these meets, just check out our recaps at swimmingworld.com. And on Friday, we reported to you that Olympic diving champion Laura Wilkinson had come out of a 2-year retirement to compete at a national qualifying meet in Florida. Wilkinson easily qualified for nationals with wins in the 3-meter individual and synchro events. Wilkinson hadn't competed on the springboard in more than 10 years. And that's the news for today. We'll see you next time on swimmingworld.tv.